Where could you find plans for backyard fallout shelters? Have you ever wondered how families in the 1950s prepared for the possibility of nuclear attacks? One of the most common solutions was the backyard fallout shelter. But where could you find plans to build one? During the Cold War, many Americans turned to government resources for guidance. The Office of Civil and Defense Mobilization published a helpful booklet called The Family Fallout Shelter in 1959. This 32-page guide offered step-by-step instructions and blueprints for various shelter designs. Families could choose from underground shelters, above-ground double-wall shelters, or even basement shelters. The underground shelters were typically dug into the backyard and reinforced with concrete or concrete blocks. Plans included details on how to create entrances with stairways or hatchways. These shelters were covered with earth to provide protection from radiation. Above-ground double-wall shelters were another option. These structures used layers of concrete blocks with an air gap in between. This design improved radiation shielding. Some families even opted for prefabricated shelters made of corrugated metal that could be disguised as utility rooms or guest houses when not in use. For those building new homes, basement shelters were a popular choice. Plans were available to integrate a fallout shelter into the basement with reinforced concrete walls and a heavy door. This option was more seamless and could be built for an additional cost. If you were looking for these plans in the 1950s, public libraries and government offices were great places to start. Many of these locations offered pamphlets and booklets for free or at a low cost. Civil defense organizations also provided materials and sometimes hosted workshops on building fallout shelters. Magazines and newspapers occasionally featured simplified plans or advertisements for prefabricated shelter kits. These kits could be purchased and assembled in a backyard, making it easier for families to take action. The backyard fallout shelter was more than just a structure. It represented a cultural response to the atomic age. Families took pride in constructing these shelters, viewing them as symbols of preparedness and hope. The simple concrete structures became a distinctive part of suburban life during that decade. So, if you ever find yourself curious about how families prepared for uncertain times in the 1950s, remember that plans for backyard fallout shelters were widely available through government publications, local libraries, and community organizations.